today on Divorce Court. Today's young couple is coping with some very complex circumstances. They have health problems, financial issues, and extended family discord to grapple with. But let's see if one of them is taking on too many of the burdens while the other is resting easy.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Santerica Walker and Tyrell Rhodes. The two of you have been together for 5 years, and you have 2 children together. But things aren't going well, so you've come to see me to see if I can help you out. Ms. Walker, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you've come to see me today?
So Mr. Rhodes, he has epilepsy, and it used to be really bad in the beginning. He was having seizures almost every day, but now it's calmed down, and I'm guessing that's because of his medication. He doesn't have them as often as he used to, but it just really affects our relationship a lot because of that. Also, I want to add that he does drink, and I know that when you drink and drinking and seizures it doesn't go together. So I feel like, that might make the seizures worse and, bring the seizures on because of the drinking. Okay. And also, my family issues is that because he has, that condition, they feel like, he can't really do anything for the kids. And I know it's certain things he can't really do because of the condition, but it's still something he can do, sometimes.
Does he choose? Do you believe he's choosing not to do anything when he could do something and using epilepsy as an excuse?
I don't personally feel like that. I don't.
You don't? But you think he could do more for the children?
I think he could do more. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Rhodes, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. When were you diagnosed with epilepsy?
November 23rd, 2008.
Uh-huh. And she says your seizures are now fairly under control with medication. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I read your compatibility test.
Yes.
And the one thing that he said, well, he said a couple of deep things, I ain't gonna lie. But you said one thing you didn't like. I asked you, name 5 things you didn't like about yourself, and you said you wish you weren't disabled so you could work.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me, and by extension her, how difficult it is not to be able to contribute?
By me having epilepsy, they said I'm totally disabled.
Right.
So, like, if I was to go out and apply for a job, they'll cut my check off, and a lot of jobs don't want to hire you due to the fact they don't want to take a risk hiring you, and then something happens. Something happens.
And you're not permitted to drive, correct?
Correct.
So you have a lot of things that are limiting you. Yeah. Are you concerned when you're home alone with the children that you might have a seizure and they wouldn't know what to do?
I ain't concerned with it because I had told them what to do.
They know what to do?
But all the time, if I have to watch them, I have somebody with me. Another family member,
right,
or one of Santerica family member to be there with me if we're watching.
Just in case?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, absolutely. You think Mr. Rhodes is doing everything he can? He sounds like he's doing everything he can.
I mean, I think he is. I'm picky, so I guess it's just certain things that I want him to do that he doesn't do.
Well, list a few things that you want him to do that you think he ought to do.
Okay, well, I mean, for one, it's just not so much as, like, doing things as far as, like, with the kids, like giving them baths, cooking for them. It's more like just spending time with me and the kids. Like, I feel like he doesn't put enough of an effort to spend time with us and the kids.
Okay, Mr. Rhodes, you heard that.
Yes.
He says you don't spend quality time with her and the kids. Could there be any truth to that?
I'm going to say I don't spend as much time as I should, but I feel like the little time that I do spend, I'm making some type of effort, some time better than no time.
Well, now, I might have to disagree with you, Mr. Rhodes. Not when it comes to children. They're the most important thing you ever do. And you can't just say, I gave bare minimum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and there are things that you cannot do, but the things that you can do, you need to be all over them. Right. Don't you think?
Yes, ma'am.
So the quality times with the kids, I think that she has the right to ask for that, and not just some time, but more time. You with me on that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about the drinking? Do you drink often, and how often do you drink, if you do?
Recently, I just started drinking daily.
Daily?
Yes, ma'am.
How much per day?
a six-pack and about 2 or 3 shots.
6-pack and 2 or 3 shots every day.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I don't know if there's any relationship. She said there's a relationship between seizures and alcohol. I don't know. Did the doctor tell you anything like that? That you shouldn't be drinking?
No, ma'am.
So you just pulling that out of the air? Just
No,
trying to
I mean, no, that's like a fact. Like, drinking and seizures don't mix. It just doesn't. I mean, you can get research off the internet. You can look it up. It'll tell you, like, it just doesn't.
Well, I got an expert here that we're going to talk to in a little while, and maybe they can help me a little bit with that. But why has your drinking increased so much?
I don't get the full support that I feel like I'm getting from Centurica, so I look for another option.
What kind of support do you feel you need that you're not getting?
I know I'm already limited to certain things, but I feel like when I do more, it's not appreciated. But when I do less, it's known.
It's noted.
Right,
yeah,
yes, ma'am.
You never get an attaboy, but it always, oops, you didn't do that.
Yeah, right, yes, ma'am.
She sees everything you did wrong, but nothing that you did right.
Right, yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Walker, sometimes that happens. You get in that habit of noting the negative and not complimenting the positive. Can you take a moment and think, do you in fact do that?
I mean, I think I do a little bit. A little bit. But I don't think it's like to the point to where he should feel bad about it.
And take to the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not liquor worthy.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. Mr. Rhodes, you say her family is far too over-involved in your household matters, and I want to talk about that next.
Me and Centurica one night, we was finna get intimate, and a family member knocked on her window.
Was somebody from your family knocking on the door while Mr. Rhodes and you were trying to get busy? So, Mr. Rhodes, why do you say that her family is far too involved in your family dynamic?
There was one incident where me and Centurica one night, we was finna get intimate, and a family member knocked on her window. And we got up out of bed, proceeded to go to the door. As we opened the door, I'm like, who's
knocking on the window at
who's
night?
knocking on the window?
Yeah.
I'm trying to have me some fun. But the family member come in and like was provoking at me, telling me I need to leave and I need to get out. And I'm like, what I need to get out for? I'm here with my girl.
I'm home with my wife.
You need to be home with yours, you know. And
right.
The altercation escalated to a physical altercation.
Was somebody from your family knocking on the door while Mr. Rhodes and you were trying to get busy?
Yes, that's true. I mean, that happened. But
what were they trying to accomplish? Do you know?
Yeah. Well, I can add to that story. Also, so basically, family member had came over and they asked me if Tyrell was there. I was like, yes, he's here. And they were like, well, can you go get him so I could speak with him? So I went and got him, and you know, he came to the front and they talked. So I was in the back pretty much the whole time. But it started out as a normal conversation. You know, it was quiet and everything. And a few minutes later, it just got loud. Like I was hearing things like. Things been said like, you're not a man, you need to be a man, and, you know, things like that. So when I finally came from the back, I seen my family member and Mr. Rose, they were, like, tussling in the hallway, you know, and I just kind of felt like, you know, for my family member, like, they shouldn't have came over to the house and, you know, it shouldn't have led to that because my kids were there.
Right.
I don't want them to, you know, see, you know.
Did you not, if one of my family members came over in the middle of the night and tapped on the window and I came to the door, first thing out of my mouth is, what do you want? Did you ask, what do you want?
I did, yeah. I mean, I asked what he wanted, but then he was like, you know, Mr. Rose said, I was like, yeah, he's in the back, and he asked me to go, because he was like, I guess he wanted to have just a normal conversation.
I would say, what do you want him for? It's nighttime. You're knocking on my window. You know, you have to handle your own family. Yeah. You're the one that brings them into the situation. Let me ask you this. Do you think part of the reason your family is agitated is because they're often put in the position of having to rescue you financially?
I think so. I think a lot of it has to do with that and just in general because I also feel like, you know, on Mr. Rose's part, he really doesn't appreciate a lot of the things that my family does for us. Are
you appreciative of what her family does for the two of you and your kids?
I appreciate it, but it's like how they want it is when they want you to appreciate it, they controlling it at the same time. that's why I feel like what bumps head in our relationship.
Can you explain to me one time when you think they overstepped, like, you know, okay, you're going to use my money, this is how you need to do it? Can you tell me something like that?
I know a time where we had like a family event, and me and Satirica, on our way back from the event, we had a little altercation in the, you know, a verbal altercation in the car. Mm-hmm. And we, you know, pulled up to the house, and we still was in the car with the verbal altercation. And the same family member pulled up behind and was asking her, is everything all right? But was looking at me like in a provocative way, like, you know, what you gonna do? So I proceeded to get out of the car. And I was like, well, you don't need to be here. This ain't your yard because you don't want me in your yard, so don't be over here. And it didn't get physical, but it continued to get verbal, and they eventually left.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, if I was getting into it with a dude with my son saw me, I'd expect him to get up and say, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? When it looks like it might not be right, I would expect a dude that cared about her to ask. I would. Mm-hmm. So, you say that you found a text between him and another woman that you found alarming, and that's what I want to talk about next.
He actually texts a female, and it's like he was basically paying for sex.
Mr. Rhodes, you doing these things? Does your partner's family have the right to interfere if they're providing financial support? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Ms. Walker, tell me about the text you found between Mr. Rhodes and an unidentified woman.
Okay, well, it was like two separate ones. The first couple of texts that I had seen was he basically was like texting just, I guess, random females, asking them to like send him like naked pictures. Yeah. But a more disturbing text I found was where he actually texts a female, and it's like he was basically paying for sex. And that was, that was the most disturbing one, because I'm like, you know, I'm struggling financially. That could be money you could be helping me with bills and stuff for the kids. You don't. Which is a rational, practical response that a lot of women wouldn't have, but and bless you for it. Mr. Rhodes, exactly. You doing these things?
If I don't get it from the house, I gotta get it somewhere. I asked her first, and I can't get it from her. I mean, a man needs to satisfy it too.
I'm gonna circle back to this in a little while. But right now, I would like to add some assistance in this matter. I would like to bring forward Miss Natalie Beavers. She is the expert about which I spoke. She is the founder of Angels of Epilepsy in Georgia, and she has been living with epilepsy for 35 years. So I'm gonna ask her a couple of questions that I hope will elicit information that will help the two of you. How are you, Ms. Beavers? It's good to see you today. Thank you for coming. What do you often find that people suffering from epilepsy need in terms of support?
There are a lot of people, they feel that they do not have a lot of support. Because this is a severe brain condition, and there are a lot of people that may not know about epilepsy until they're diagnosed with it, or a family member has been diagnosed with it, and many of them feel as if they are just left behind, and that's why I started the organization, because I know how it feels. It's, you know, I've been dealing with it for over 35 years, and I just want to let people know that you're still human, you're still beautiful. You know, you may not be able to work certain jobs, but there are jobs that will hire you.
And that's an excellent point. He wants to work. He wrote down, you know, he really wants to work. Do you have any tips or places he can go, or organizations that would help him find jobs that he can function in, given the fact that he has epilepsy?
Yes, there are some jobs. It may not be jobs that you may not be used to, because having epilepsy is a disability.
Yes, ma'am.
But there are local schools. They have janitorial positions, or just working in the cafeteria. There are local charities. also, too, churches. And there are also other non-profit organizations that can find work for you. So just because you are dealing with this,
Yes, ma'am.
don't look at it as if it's the end of the world, you know?
Any advice for her as far as the nature of the support she should be giving him?
Some people can't deal with that significant other with this severe brain condition. They're embarrassed about it. They don't want their kids around it. But I give suggestions to the significant other. He could be dealing with depression. Be that backbone for him. Uplift him, even if times he may not, you know, feel okay or he's just feeling down and out. Just say, hey, let's go take a walk with the kids, or let's just go to the park. Let's go to dinner and a movie today. Come on, get up, let's go. There are things out there that you could do to give him that momentum and empower him to do it, and just also just let him know, I have your back.
Ms. Beavers, thank you so much. That was excellent information, and I appreciate you coming here very much. You can have a seat. Now I'm going to circle back and talk to the two of you. Today's question sponsored by... What kind of support is most important when you have a disabled partner? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Time. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. If you don't have enough to do, it's the latter. And what happens is you can't do these standard things over here, so you start doing nothing at all. Even those things that you can do, like spending time with the kids or being more involved as a family member, all of those things you can do, but you started not to do because the time just kind of spreads out on you. And then you learn to, you self-medicate, and you might very well be depressed because you can't get out there and do stuff. So sometimes it's like I'm doing something or I'm doing nothing at all, and you can't get that in-between part. That's why I wanted Miss Beavers to come, because I want to find something for you to do. May not be the job that you want, but it's some kind of work.
Right.
And I mean, even if the money ain't great, it's like out and about and getting something done, so when you come home, you have more energy to do with your family and all of that. Do you understand me with that? A man who helps around the house gets more sex. If the kids are cool and calm and the homework's done and you've spent a lot of quality time, we think that's sexy as all get out. What we don't like is a drunk dude on the couch. Don't do nothing for you. Certainly doesn't do anything for us. You with me on that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't sink into that black hole of, I can't do anything, because it's not true.
Right.
There are things that you can do, and the more you do, the better you'll feel, and the more you'll be willing to do. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Do exactly what Miss Beaver says. Don't pick at what he's not doing. Get him to start doing. And reward him for the doing that he does do, and then he'll do more. I'm not saying that you're wrong to be mad about those women, because that was not the thing to do. You talk to her about the more sex you need, and then she'll, in return, tell you what you need to do in order to get it. It ain't free.
Right.
You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to the both of you. This matter is adjourned.
You know, he has this medical condition. Was the expert helpful today?
She was, and actually I like the advice she gave about trying to get out and do stuff more. It would just help him as a whole to just not be stressed and depressed about stuff.
What changes are you willing to make?
Become a better father and to do the right thing.
Okay.
And to stop drinking.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm at divorce court because I have many issues with my man. First and foremost, he is extremely cheap.
There is nothing wrong with saving money.
When we go to the mall, He will not buy not even a can of soda.
I'm the only one providing in the house. I have to look for the ways to save money.
He's very controlling, domineering in the sense that he has to have the last word for almost everything.
When she get mad, she get red on her face. She just...
I wanted just to tell Adolfo to be more open-minded.
I want to just tell Diana that she need to get a job. If not, I'm out the door.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Diana Valverde and Adolfo Diaz. The two of you have been together for 13 years, living together for 10. You are in a great deal of trouble now, so I'm going to start with you, Ms. Valverde. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here in divorce court today?
The biggest issue I have is that he's extremely cheap, ridiculously cheap. I'll give you one example. One example is that, okay, we have a 7-year-old daughter. Him, my daughter, and I will go to the mall usually every weekend. So it's sometimes even a big problem for him to buy us even a bottle of water or soda if we're thirsty, because if we're thirsty, he'll just send us to the water fountain.
Do you send him to the water? You won't buy bottled water?
I usually go ready with drinks. If I had to get a water, there is plenty of water in the water fountain and when you go to a restaurant.
Well, that doesn't sound too cheap to me. Give me another example of how cheap he is.
Okay, for example, usually when we go out to eat, it always has to be at one grilled chicken restaurant, only because when you buy at that grilled chicken restaurant, in the receipt, there is a website where you can fill out a survey, and for filling out a survey, you get a quarter chicken free. So he will only take us out to that chicken
place because he wants a coupon.
Because he has a coupon for a free quarter chicken.
I gotcha. Is that true?
Well, it is true because there is
Let him finish.
There is a lot of restaurants that today they give you to you. You do the survey and you get the special to buy one and get one free. If they do it, it's because they want us to go and buy it from them. They do it because there is a reason.
I got it. Now, Ms. Valverde, tell me about the lemons. That's what I was interested
That's lemons. He will not even use deodorant or a bar soap or anything. He will bathe himself only in lemons. Only in lemons. He will use it for as a body wash, as a deodorant, for everything.
Do you use lemons at body wash?
Okay, I'm going to explain you. I do use my the deodorant, and I used to wash with the soap. Of course, the lemon helped me. Why? Because when I do the bath with the lemon, it takes me out everything, clean my body so I feel better. I use shampoo, and I use conditioner, and I use things as normal.
But so the lemons are just additional.
The lemon is additional because sometimes you smell a little bit bad, so you use the lemon to feel so...
To fluff it up, yeah, get it together.
Around my body.
Okay.
I'm used to having my own body lotion, my own body wash, and he wants me to adapt to his habits. He wants me to do the same, so we don't have to spend money on body wash and on soaps or anything like that, or
She
deodorant.
can't have her own soap?
She want to, yes.
One time we were shopping. We were shopping, and then I was buying a body wash, and then I was body wash, body lotion. I was buying a soap for this dish soap to wash dishes, and he will ask me, why do you need all these products? And then and I have to explain to him like a child. I have to explain to him like a child, look, this is for this is for that, and this is for that.
Do you believe one soap should do it all?
Yes, I believe. So the shampoo, it has some oils, and also the conditioner. When you use the conditioner, it goes through your body, and then at the end, you feel like you smell great.
I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to talk to you for a minute, Ms. Diaz. You say that she doesn't do enough to improve herself, that she only works as in clinical research, gets studies done on her so she won't have to go to work.
Okay, at the beginning, when I met her, at the beginning, she has a real good job working at the hospital. She got her benefits and everything. And then she decided to move to another job. I was very disappointed because she wanted to move from job. I told her not to move from job. And then she quit from the other job to another because she wanted to work in the morning. Then she quit from the other job to the other job. Then I asked her, why are you moving from work? Are you arguing with the people? No, she said that everything is fine, everything is fine. I say, no, you're moving from job to job to job to job. There is something wrong. And now she doesn't have a job. Now she's working on a clinical research. And now when it's coming to pay the bills, when it's coming to this, there is no money. And I asked her what to do. She doesn't want to work.
That's not true.
Ms. Valverde, what's going on with the jobs?
That's not true. A couple of months ago, I was working for a medical office, but I had some issues with some of the staff there, so I decided to resign. Well, I didn't tell him the real problem because I also only tell him it's all fine, because he doesn't even listen in the first place. I can't count on him for him to listen to me.
Let me ask you this. Have you gone from job to job to job?
I've been applying, yes.
How come you have so many different jobs?
No, I haven't had so many different jobs.
Weren't you working at a hospital one time with great benefits?
Yes.
What happened to that job?
I was working there until our daughter was born. Until our daughter was born.
So you stopped working there?
I stopped working there.
And then what's the next job you got?
And then from there, I just started dedicating myself to my daughter, and I just started leaving that job aside. So now that she's in school... So you're a stay-at-home mom? I was a stay-at-home mom. But now that she's in school, now she's in second grade, now is when I'm starting to try to get back on the workforce.
Right. I got you, but you just quit your last job because
it was a part-time job.
Right.
But I wasn't too happy working with the staff there. I wasn't arguing or anything like that, but we had a disagreement, so I decided to resign.
You know, I got to tell you, don't let people you don't like mess with your check. You know what I mean? Don't quit a job unless you have a new one. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, you deal with it until you have another check coming in. You don't leave, well, I don't like you. Don't let people you don't like.
But he doesn't understand that it's everything in life. That's how I think. Everything in life is not all about money. It's not all about money in life.
That doesn't mean everything in life is all about money. It means you're practical. You know what I mean?
You got to pay bills.
I'm with you over there.
You got to pay bills. You have to be responsible.
Yeah. I mean, you got a husband, you got a kid, you got responsibilities.
What happens if one day I'm not providing? So both we have to work.
Mr. Diaz and I are on the same page. So far, I haven't seen cheap. Although people have called me cheap. I just want to put that out there.
Well, for example, for my daughter, my family has given her toys and gifts, and he thinks that's all a waste of money. And if I want to buy her a toy, he thinks that's a waste of money.
Do you think toys for the kids are a waste of money?
I buy her toys on Christmas, and I buy her toys whenever I can. But whenever we go to the market and she wants to buy a toy, I told her no. Because if I do that every time, whenever I go with her, then she wants to buy a toy.
I'm right with you, Mr. Diaz. I'm right with you. I want to move off of this topic now and talk about the extended family and how they have been imposing themselves on your union and the trouble that it's causing.
Someone asked her to peel the potatoes because we're going to do a potato salad. And then she didn't want to do anything. Once everything was done, guess who was the first one on the table? Guess who was the first one at the table?
Ms. Valverde, you say Mr. Diaz's family is very religious and they try to impose their beliefs on your household. Tell me about that.
Well, the issue is that not me, but mainly my daughter, because his family's very religious. They're the type of people that always want to go to church early on Sundays, and I don't agree with that because I don't want my daughter to be waking up every early Sunday morning just to have to go to church. She has to wake up the whole week, for the whole week to go to school. Why can't she have a weekend for her to rest? But he still wants to take her to church on Sundays, just to make his family happy. He knows from the get-go, when he met me, he knows I'm not a religious person.
Is there any other religious practices or problems that you have from his extended family?
Usually I like to read books about metaphysical and astrology. And now one time I even brought my daughter a book for kids talking about astrology. I like that type of topics. Just because of his religion, he ignorantly thinks right away that that's witchcraft.
Okay. Now, Mr. Diaz, do you disapprove of astrology or other kind of spiritual books?
I'm disapprove with that part. Yeah, about spiritual things, no, I don't like it. Okay. I'm not agree with that.
Okay. Do you say that she's disrespectful to the elders in your family?
When it's elder people, we like to call it Mr. or Miss, not by the name. But she called them by the name.
First name?
Yeah, by the first name. And I told her, no. You could call it Miss or Miss, and then you say the name. But she get upset because I'm telling her. And
that's not true.
If you don't stop. Mr. Diaz, go ahead.
And then she want to call the people by the name. I say, don't you look the difference of the age that you have with the other person? Don't you see that they don't want to be called just by the name? They want to be called by Miss or Mr.?
Ms. Valverde, is that accurate?
In a way it is, because first of all, one time I used to tell his mother, for example, Miss So-and-so, but she told me, no, just call me by my name. And then, but before that, that used to offend me because I'm like, oh, but this supposedly is his extended family. Why do I have to address extended family like if they were total strangers?
He says you went to a family cookout or something and wouldn't peel potatoes, but you were the first one in line to eat. Is that true?
It was our daughter's baptism, so we ordered a cake. And aside from that, we ordered a catering service. I didn't feel like to have to cook for 20-something people, where you could just go in a more practical way and just order a catering service.
Mr. Diaz, your view on that?
Well, what happened is that day everyone was working at the house, cooking, busy and stuff like that. Someone asked her to peel the potatoes because we're going to do a potato salad. And then she didn't want to do anything. I had to peel the potato. Once everything was done, guess who was the first one on the table? Guess who was the first one on the table? And then guess who was the first one repeating again? Because she loved...
And she went back for seconds.
She went back for a second, and at the end, it was great. Putting the finger like this. Delicious.
I want to move on to another topic other than potatoes, and this one is, I understand there is absolutely no intimacy in your home, and I want to know why. Mr. Diaz asked you to sign a prenup.
When the prenup came, she just... She called me over the phone. She started...
How would you feel if your partner kept your family on an extremely tight budget? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court.
Okay, Judge Lynn, we have another viewer's question ready for your judgment call. My wife reconnected with an old flame on social media. They haven't made any plans to meet up, but I fear it may happen. What should I do?
My answer to this question is my answer to most questions, which is stop and have a conversation. Don't wonder about it. Don't think what if. Sit her down and say, hey, this is going on. This is how I feel about it, and we need to talk. Today's question is sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back. Ms. Valverde, you say there's no intimacy in your marriage.
I tried to make moves on him, for example, but he doesn't respond. Like, for example, a couple of months ago, I tried to caress his hair, and then I tried to caress, my hand, tried to caress.
I got it.
But either by that, he wouldn't respond to it. It was like if I was caressing a dead person. He wouldn't respond to that.
Diaz.
And then he says he doesn't feel well.
Are you a little light in the loving?
She knows I'm not looking for another woman, but I don't want to feel like a touching because in reality, I'm not happy with the person that is not working, argue, fighting this and this. And then it came out romantic sentiments when we have this situation. I don't
You're not feeling romantic. I understand that the straw that broke the camel's back is that you guys were discussing marriage and Mr. Diaz asked you to sign a prenup because his family members wanted him to. Is that true?
I feel that's the reason, and I don't want to sign a prenup for various reasons, especially for two reasons. Three reasons. One, I feel that by doing that, he's siding more with his family than with me. Two, I feel that's a lack of trust. And three, basically, the most important thing is I think that he feels that maybe I'm just with him for interest.
For money?
For money.
I gotcha. Mr. Diaz, your side of that.
When the prenup came, she got her red face. She called me over the phone. She started, I had to put the phone away, and it's still like 10, 15 minutes, the phone back. Even the phone were jumping like, and then she would say, hello, hello, hello. And then I put the phone on my pocket, and then the phone, ding, ding. Then when I go to see, like a dish, text message. And then back again, another text message, like a book. like a book. And I say, hello, look at this.
Well, why do you want her to sign a prenup? Not that there's anything wrong with it. I believe in him, but what was your reasoning?
The reason is because I have built things with my family, especially with relative family from me. I have built
Why
things.
don't you opt out of it for me?
I have built
You want him to opt out of family business for you?
So that means his what he's already built with his family is more important than his relationship with me.
No,
with
he
my
says he
daughter?
just don't want you dipping your fingers in that pile should you leave him, which is rational.
And I asked her that we can build our own things, buy houses and stuff like that. Do our separate, but not together. That's not.
How long ago did this conversation happen?
But then, this conversation, I try to avoid the conversation because when this conversation comes, she either, if I know her face, she's getting red, and she step on the door, and I won't get out, so I have to get out.
She blocks you.
I have to get out. When I see her red, I have to get out the door before she starts, because if she step on the door, then I go to the shower, close the door, I put the shower on, or I get into the shower till she stops. But she's... All
right, I got it. I think I know what's going on here. Let me tell you what I think. Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your fiancé insisted that you sign a prenuptial agreement? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Ms. Valverde, if the prenup was off the table, would you continue with this relationship and you think it could work?
I think that would be one of that would be the greatest barriers. That would be
That's the greatest barrier.
Yes.
If she were to sign a prenup, do you think this relationship would work?
She knows what she has to do. She knows what is the best for her. But if she doesn't want to improve, if she doesn't want to get, I don't have to tell her what she has to do. She knows.
She knows that she won't do it.
But she won't do it. I'm not going to put her like I'm putting barrier to her in order to do this. No. At this point, I don't feel no love for her. I feel compassion for her because she's the mother of my daughter. And I feel like if there is something that I could help her, I will.
I got it. Ms. Valverde, did you hear him? What he just said?
But that's not what he says at home. He's saying that here.
What does he say at home?
He said he's totally different at home.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh, I still love you know." Sometimes I ask him, "Do you still love me?" "Oh, yes, I still love you."
But I think he does love you. I don't think he's in love with you anymore. And I think that's the difference there. And Ms. Valverde, I'm sure you're a nice person, and I want you to be happy. And I want you to be with somebody that can love you the way that you want to be loved. I think Mr. Diaz has been very candid with you about how he feels. And I don't think it's a romantic situation anymore. He loves you as a person. He loves you as a friend. He loves you as the mother of his child. And I think that he's been telling you that. You just don't want to hear it. You with me? You're not. But best of luck to both of you. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So how do you move forward now? What happens?
I feel that I just go back home with him and see what we'll do from there.
Wow. You smell lemony fresh.
Thank you.
You're no longer in love with her.
I am not in love with her, yes.
What happens now?
I think I will move little by little. I will stay talking with her, but kind of stay away from her.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today in divorce court to get a divorce from Joseph.
The marriage between China and Gettin and myself is over because I gave up.
My husband Joseph is a drunk, he's a cheater, and he just can't provide for me.
China, I want you to move on with your life want you to be happy with somebody else, even if it's not with me, because I can't give you what you want at this time.
There's nothing that Joseph can do to stop this divorce because he chosen drinking over our marriage. Joseph, I want you to get help.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Chana Gadsden and Joseph Brown. The two of you have been together for 13 years, married for 5 years, but you don't want to be married anymore. Ms. Gadsden, I'm going to start this thing off with you. Why don't you tell me? I'll put it to you this way. I understand that you found out on your wedding day some concerning things about Mr. Brown, and I want you to tell me what they were. What happened on your wedding day?
On my wedding day, Joseph was drunk.
Now, lots of grooms get drunk at the reception.
Right.
But was he drunk when he came?
Yes.
Did he get drunker at the reception?
Yes, he did.
Did he fall down?
No, not then.
Oh, when was it he fell down the stairs drunk?
Oh, that was later on.
Oh, that was later on. Okay,
Yes.
well, let's stay at the wedding for right now. Did you guys have any discussions or concerns at the wedding about his level of intoxication?
I couldn't believe he was drunk. I just didn't know that he was going to be drinking beforehand.
Gotcha. Mr. Brown, did you show up to the wedding lit?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. But it's our wedding day. Who doesn't get drunk? Who doesn't drink?
After the I do, not before.
Well, basically, I was nervous, even though this was my second wedding, but I was nervous, so I just
Had something to calm you down a little bit. Yeah.
That's all.
But you continued to drink at the reception.
Yes.
Do you think you might have had a few too many at the reception?
Yes.
Okay. Did anything untoward happen as a result of that?
Other than joking around with my fiance while I was taking, I don't know, the thing that they still on her leg, I was taking it off with my mouth.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, everybody does that. Yeah.
And I was like
That's
turning
good.
around, laughing, making jokes while I was doing it.
Okay. Well, that's good wedding conduct. Anything that you found that made you unhappy on the wedding day other than he showed up drunk, which is not cool?
Other than that, I was just embarrassed the way he took my garter off with his teeth. And he took longer underneath my dress.
We'll stop there. Do you think his drinking is still a problem?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me how much he drinks?
He can drink from 3 a.m. all day long.
He gets up that early to drink?
Yeah.
You get up at 3 a.m. to drink?
Gotta go to work.
Oh, you got to go to work? What time you go to work?
I usually wake up at 3:30, but sometimes I wake up before then I'll start right then and there.
Really? And then go to work?
Then go to work. So it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
So you're quite functional when you're
Quite functional,
when
yes.
you're
I still get the
drunk.
job done. I hang on the back of a garbage truck, never fell off once. And I'm on a garbage truck 10 to 12 hours a day.
Okay. All right. How much do you drink on any given day?
Any given day, if I'm not working...
All day.
All day long. As soon as I open my
All day.
eyes.
Mr. Brown, I want to say this to you. Thank you for your honesty. I get people coming here. Nobody ever owns how much. Oh, I drink socially. Oh, I have one or two. You came in here. I get lit from the minute I get up and keep drinking till I get... Has the doctor ever told you you might need to slow it down?
No.
Have you been to the doctor?
I've been to the doctor. Last time I've been to the doctor, I found out I had kidney stones.
Okay.
And that wasn't from drinking.
But your liver's okay? Your AC1, all that's cool?
All
your
good.
blood work is all good?
All good.
Is he telling me the truth?
Yeah, he's telling you the truth about that, but it's not like he's going to tell the doctor he drinks all day.
Right.
He's not going to tell that. And I have to keep on getting on his case about it.
Eventually, it's going to catch up with you.
Yeah, I know.
You understand that?
I understand that.
But you don't care?
It's not I don't care, it's in my blood. It's a heritage.
Do you have a family history of alcoholism? Yes. Okay. I understand that alcohol is not the only problem. You also believe that Mr. Brown is cheating on you. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me why you believe that?
What happened was that I went to his job to pick him up, and he wasn't there. And a former co-worker came to me and said that he just left with a former worker. They just left. And so I drove down the street upset because he knew I was coming. I passed by the park, and I saw him there with a woman. And I kept on going. I went home, I called him plenty of times, and he just didn't call me back. So when he got ready, he called me back. And he said, I'm with a former co-worker, we're having drinks, and I'll be home in a few. So when he came home with her, she came to my door first. She asked me could she use the restroom. I let her. She went straight to my restroom like she'd been in my apartment before. So that was a red flag for me, for someone that's not cheating on me.
Right.
And after that, she came out and she said that your husband talks about sex so much at the job and all the women want to try him. And I said, do you want to try my husband or have you? And she said, no.
All the women at work want you?
That's what she said. I don't know. I barely paid them any mind.
Yeah. Do you recall that conversation?
Somewhat.
Bringing home that
co-worker?
co-worker?
Yeah, because we was hanging out that night. Okay, what she was talking about that day, we was working a B shift, and there was no work. So we supposed to have hung out after the shift was over, but since we wasn't working...
You just hung out?
We just hung out.
I got you. I got you.
We was drinking, and she took me to her house, but she told me where she lived, but we left her house. We didn't even stay.
She showed him a stripper pole. So if nothing happened, why
Your stripper pole?
She has the former co-worker.
Oh, she had the stripper pole.
So why?
So she showed you her stripper pole?
Yeah, she showed me her whole house.
Okay, including the stripper pole.
So
it was in the house.
It was in the house.
I got it.
So after that, while we was in the house, he came in after her, and she said he made her comfortable, and I looked at him like he was crazy, because how can you really get comfortable with someone? Well, I don't know her, so I was upset about that, but I just sat back and listened. She kept on saying that nothing happened. I got a good husband. He loves me. She wished he was single, and then she would try him.
All righty. Okay. So I understand. I think I've gotten the picture there. I also understand that the two of you have some serious financial troubles, and that is also leaning on your marriage. So I want to talk about that next.
The bills, I kept on saying to him, the bills, need a job. I need you to help me. He would go and get a beer. It's like he just didn't care.
You told her to get a sugar daddy. Is that accurate?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Ms. Gatson, you say Mr. Brown is not holding down the fort economically. Why don't you explain that to me?
Joseph cannot keep a job long, and he drinks all the time. So that's more important to him is drinking. And he was working a job driving 2 hours away and 2 hours back, and the commute was too long, so he quit. So that means all the bills would be on me. And it piled up, and I couldn't handle it by my income, because my income stopped Social Security by being married to him. So after that, the bills, I kept on saying to him, the bills, need a job. I need you to help me. He would go and get a beer. It's like he just didn't care.
Mr. Brown, what's your take on your financial situation?
It's not that I didn't care. I was trying my best to find a job closer to home, but due to the fact I have a felony, it was kind of hard. But every day I still get up and go to the library, sit there for 2 hours, look online for a job, and I find nothing.
Right.
He was gone longer than 2 hours.
Yeah, I was gone because, you know.
But you're working now, though, right?
I'm working now.
Okay. You do understand that it's difficult to find a job when you have a felony and you're drunk all day, but that we won't even go there. But a felony in and of itself makes it difficult. You're aware of that, right?
I'm aware of it, but why get married if you cannot handle taking care of each other?
Yeah.
Because he already knew I was disabled.
Can you work?
No, I'm disabled for life.
Is it a physical disability, emotional?
I was hit by a drunk driver.
Uh-huh.
So my arm was broken 2 places, hip 2 places, left leg, right knee, bleeding in the brain. So I have, you know, problems with memory.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm glad you told me that, because physical disability, you know, sometimes can be overcome by, depending on the kind of job you have, if you have a less physical job. But if you have the kind of disability that most people just can't see, they don't understand. How is she collecting disability when, in fact, you have an issue where you cannot remember stuff? So I just wanted to clear that up. Mr. Brown, when you got married, were you concerned that once she got married, she would lose her disability, and you weren't that job secure?
Yes, I was, but before we got married, we used to talk about it, but you know, we've been together so long, we just said, no, get married.
Let's get married.
And just get married anyway, and see how things works out.
Now, Mr. Brown, I have in my notes that you told her to get a sugar daddy. Is that accurate?
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's
Under
true.
what circumstances did that happen?
Because, like, financially, I couldn't find a job at the point, so since he was helping us out, I said, let him help.
Oh, there was a particular dude that was helping.
Yeah, one of our ex-boyfriends.
Didn't bother you?
Yeah, it bothered me.
Do you think they were seeing each other
No.
again?
I know they was good friends.
They were good friends,
Yeah.
and he was just helping you out.
Just helping us
Is
out.
that accurate?
Yes, we were just good friends.
And he helped you out.
Yes, he helped me out a lot. And he felt that it was fine because it kept more money in his pocket so he can buy beer.
Where do you get your beer money when you're not working?
Walk around, pick up cans and bottles.
Oh, okay.
So he could help pay the bills.
I want to move off of this topic on to the next topic, which is, Ms. Gatson, you say your husband, Mr. Brown, is verbally abusive, and I want you to tell me why you say that. So you knew to stay away from malt liquor,
Yeah.
but you said, let me give it a shot this
Just
one
get this
time,
one time.
and it made you ugly.
And it made me ugly.
It made him real ugly.
Is it okay for your partner to develop friendships with coworkers of the opposite sex? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Ms. Gatson, you say when Mr. Brown is drinking, he's verbally abusive. What kind of things does he say to you?
We was going to the mall one day. I'm driving, and I get a phone call. And he said, who are you talking to? A man? I said, no, not at all. It was a family member. And he just started cussing me out. He was drunk. And when he cussed me out, he said, nobody wants your disabled butt. So I turned around, took him back home, and he was just calling me names. You just don't do that. But when he's drunk.
Mr. Brown, is that true, or do you have a different take on how your communication occurs between the two of you?
It's true, because I tried the beer that I never tried before, and it was like malt liquor, because years ago I stopped drinking malt liquor, because every time I drank malt liquor, I would fight with somebody.
Oh, okay.
So I decided I wanted to try it, and I regret doing that. I drank
So
it.
you knew to stay away from malt liquor, but
Yeah.
you said, let me give it a shot this
Just
one
get this
time,
one time.
and it made you ugly.
And it made me ugly.
It made him real ugly.
Okay.
It woke up
Was
my
that
side.
a one-time malt liquor-related event, or is he abusive when he's drunk generally?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It all depends on what he's drinking, because he drinks different beers.
So you notice the difference between the white liquors and the red and the browns?
Yeah, that's why I stay away from malt liquor, period.
Huh. Interesting. I've always heard that, but I always thought it was an old wives' tale. But apparently, at least for you,
Yeah.
it's true.
It's true.
You say he's embarrassed you in your family. What has he done that has embarrassed you?
I invited some family over, and I asked him ahead of time, if I pick them up, can you drop them off? He said, no problem. I went and got my family, came back to the house. He went into another room while we stayed in the living room. So while we in the living room and then it was almost time for them to go home, I said, Joseph, can you take them home now? And he came out, eyes all red. He was drunk. And I couldn't believe it because I didn't know he was in there drinking. Mm-hmm. And he came out calling me names, talking about you need a job. He's tired of taking care of all the bills. And that was embarrassing.
Mr. Brown, do you recall that?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Were you drinking malt liquor that day, too?
Most likely I probably was. I have short memory relapse, too, sometimes.
Right. Are you mad at her?
I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at myself,
Why are you mad at yourself?
because I can't support her financially like she's supposed to be treated.
Did you hear that, Ms. Gatson?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you believe him?
Yes.
I believe him, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you both are in in a very negative situation, and because of that, you're fighting each other instead of fighting the problems.
Right.
Maybe what we need here is a redirection of our attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about it then. Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your partner became disabled and unable to work? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. What I would suggest to the two of you is to band together and fight the problems and don't fight each other. If the fight for disability has been fought and exhausted, now you have to fight to find things that you can do that, you know, I mean, I don't know how creative you can get with that. I'm going to send you to somebody to talk to somebody about what you can do. But have you addressed your drinking at all, or do you not intend to?
Be honest, I don't intend to.
You just ready to ride that bottle all the way through to the end?
Ride it to the end.
Your distress over your inability to support your wife does not somehow push you into the direction of handling the liquor at all?
No, since we've been separated for 9 months now, I gave up.
So you left?
I left because I became homeless.
So once you get divorced, you'll be able to get disability again?
Yes.
Hell of a way to solve a problem, but...
His drinking comes first.
Yeah. And he's made his decision.
Yes.
He picked a bottle over you.
Yes. And I just can't be with someone that cannot provide.
Mrs. Gadsden, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
I really, really do. You've had a lot of tremendously bad luck. From the car accident to Mr. Brown. I'm going to tell you this. I think he loves you. I think he's just an addict, and there's nothing he can do about it. And it's not a lack of love or a lack of motivation. It's just the disease is so with him, he can't shake it. And I hope you don't take it as a personal affront, because an alcoholic is an alcoholic is an alcoholic. And Mr. Brown, I hope you don't give up altogether, because I know some alcoholics who were there and now aren't there anymore. I'd hate for you to go out, you know, with cirrhosis of the liver or some nonsense like that. I think you're a good guy. I think you got, I can see a warmth in your eyes. I can see a hurt in your heart. I know that a conversation with me ain't gonna change a lifetime worth of drinking. Believe that. I am not a silly chick, but I just want to dangle out some hope there. Just float it out there. And I say, you go, sister. Strong, beautiful.
Thank you.
You've made your moves. You saw what the situation is. Now you're going to deal with the situation. And, you know, before you get another dude, consider the disability. You know what I mean? You don't want to get caught with a cat that can't do right by you, okay?
Okay.
Love is cool, but money is necessary. This matter is adjourned.
So what happens now, moving forward?
Moving forward, divorce.
Yeah.
And helping him with his drinking if he allowed me to help him.
Okay.
Because we were good friends from the beginning.
Right. She loves you as a friend. She just told me a couple minutes ago. Will you accept her help?
I will accept her help. And she's serious about it.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here because I love Alicia. I really want to be with her, but we are having some communication issues that is just making it really challenging and frustrating for me.
The problem between Stephen and I is intimacy issues, and he has an anger issue as well.
I don't like the feeling of rejection, and the fact that I'm getting rejected by her is frustrating, painful.
Stephen, I want you to be more patient with me in intimate relations.
I want the judge to tell Alicia how to improve our intimacy on her part. Alicia, I want you to know that no matter what happens, I want to be with you, I want to marry you, but we really need to work on this.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Alicia Martinez and Stephen Christopher James. Ms. Martinez and Mr. James, you have been together for 3 years, engaged for 2. This is a before your vows. You wanted me to give my best opinion on the state of your union. You've given me your marriage license with permission to tear it up. Should I believe that the union is ill-advised? You filled out my compatibility test, which I thought had some interesting things in it. But before we get to any of that, Ms. Martinez, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and what's concerning you about a possible trip to the altar?
Well, like you said, we've been together for 3 years and engaged for 2, but we don't necessarily get a lot of time to ourselves, and we wish that we had more of that. Roughly, we get to see each other around 2 to 3 times a week, and in that time, it's only a couple of hours.
Why is that? Is it work? Do you live far apart?
Well, yeah. The commute between us can be up to like 45 minutes to an hour.
That's nothing. That's next door in California, 45 minutes. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, there's a lot of traffic also, and I'm the sole caregiver of an elderly relative who's showing signs of dementia. And I'm responsible for everything for her. And it takes...
Do you work as well?
Yes. I work as a librarian at an elementary school. And then sometimes I can work overtime there for dedication to the school.
Okay. Mr. James, do you concur with her that one of your major problems is the inability to see each other? You just don't have the time.
We really don't have the time, no. Our schedules conflict because of our jobs. And
what do you do?
I'm a massage therapist.
Okay.
It's a very strenuous job, so when I get off, normally I just want to go home and just rest, relax, but we actually have a date night that we commit to every week. So when I get off, I go straight to her, and it takes about an hour simply because of traffic, you know? So I'm already tired, and when we go on date nights, it's fun, it's good. We go out, we eat, we go to a movie sometimes, you know, but because she's living with a family member, I'm also living with a family member who am I paying rent to, we don't really get the alone time that I would like to have.
Right. Are there other issues that evolve from the fact that you don't see each other very often?
Well, since I'm a caregiver for her, I tend to feel like a lot of guilt leaving as well because she depends upon me for everything. And it can be very stressful. Also, I don't like driving too much, but a lot of times, always on my mind is just going to be taking care of her.
Let me ask this, Mr. James, you said in your paperwork to me that intimacy was a real issue, and it wasn't simply a function of lack of time. Why don't you tell me what you think the problem is in that area?
To be honest with you, I feel that the problem is that she's just uncomfortable with the whole idea of intimacy, not so much with me, but basically she'll become hesitant anytime we're alone. That's what I feel. So she's told me that she wants me to voice what I want, and the thing is, like, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to saying, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm used to, I'm in the mood, you're in the mood, let's go. You know, like, that's what I'm used to. So it's challenging, it's frustrating, simply because we already don't get enough time together.
Right.
So when we do get alone time, it becomes
You would like to make good use of it.
Yeah, you know.
Ms. Martinez, what is your response to his comments in that area?
Well, for one, I wasn't really raised in that kind of setting. Like, I wasn't really taught
comfortable and open with your sexuality.
Yeah.
Some people are, some people aren't.
I'm more conservative. I like privacy.
Well, most women like privacy, I think, that's the sex part. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm old, so I could be wrong. Let me ask you this, Mr. James. You say you're not used to voicing your desires. If you see that you have a woman who's not comfortable with her sexuality, wouldn't it behoove you, in order to get what you want, to start doing that which you're not accustomed to?
I have started voicing, but the thing is, she likes to make excuses, honestly. Like, for instance, we went out to dinner one time, and it was on my side of town. So during dinner, I told her, hey, you know, before I take you home, let's stop by my place, you know? And I get that my place is also a challenge. Again, I live with a relative,
right?
You know, and I don't have my own room. I live in a loft. You know, so we don't exactly get the privacy that we like, per se. But
clearly,
this particular relative, she has a strict rule where nobody enters the loft if I have company over. So when I mentioned that we can stop by my place just to do what I wanted to do, she makes the excuse. She goes, I'm too full to have sex.
It's a new one. Ms. Martinez, what is your take on that particular situation?
I'll make excuses, but a lot of times I just don't feel comfortable in his loft because you can hear anything that happens from downstairs. And that makes me feel very self-conscious.
Right.
And
You're already not comfortable with the whole idea of it, and then you're exposed more or less because of the circumstances. Y'all ever get a motel room?
We have, yeah. And even then, it's still a challenge. The first time we got a motel, she said that she needed to digest the food that we were eating, and
don't feed her no more. You know? I think you should stop that altogether.
The other excuse that she made was she said it was too hot in the room, and I understand that. Right. You know? But even then, I feel that I shouldn't have to say everything that I want. You know, like we're already laying in bed together, like. And I want to make a move, I don't feel comfortable making the move because I feel like she's going to push me off or make some sort of... And
does that commonly occur when you do make a move?
Commonly, yeah.
Commonly. I got you. We need to talk about this some more, but before we do, I want to change gears for a moment and talk about your concerns about his anger.
He became frustrated, and he said some very hurtful things.
Such as?
He said that if he couldn't get what he needed, then he would probably look towards other women. And that hurt a lot.
Ms. Martinez, you said something to me that I found very interesting and compelling. You say you believe he has inordinate anger, especially with respect to women. Why don't you tell me why you believe that's the case?
For instance, due to the lack of intimacy that we have, he became frustrated and angry, and he let it build up. And it ended up where he was just overly frustrated with me, and he said some very hurtful things.
Such as?
He said that if he couldn't get what he needed, then he would probably look towards other women. And that hurt a lot. And I already have confidence issues, and it made me feel very much like I was in the wrong. Like, what's wrong with me that I can't make him happy?
Mr. James, could you give me your version of that event?
To be honest with you, Judge, like, when I get angry, I don't really remember what I said, per se. I personally would never go out and look for another woman while I'm in a relationship, you know. But the thing about my anger is I do tend to say and do things. I can get pretty destructive when I get angry. So because of that, I learned on my own to just kind of contain my anger. And I know that's bad, but I don't have a healthy way of letting it out. So with all the frustration going on in this relationship where I'm not getting my needs met, then it just kind of comes out, and I'll say things. I don't want to hurt her, but I don't know how else to go about it.
You seem to think that it's directed towards women in general. You had an example about a grocery cart. Explain to me why you think he specifically has anger directed at women.
The thing that happened with the grocery cart was me, Steven, and a female relative of mine were getting a few things for a trip. And he became very critical of the things that my relative was picking out. They started bickering back and forth, nitpicking at each other. Finally, he just kind of went quiet. And then at the end, we were leaving the grocery store, and I was pushing the cart to the conveyor belt. And then out of frustration, he was trying to get through that narrow aisle, and he pushes the cart, and it ended up hitting me in the hand and crunching a few of my fingers.
Mr. James, your version of that?
The thing was, this particular family relative, we don't exactly get along. You know, she does very much get on my nerves. So Alicia, she kept running off to go get things, leaving me alone with his relative. So that's why we were bickering.
Right.
I didn't want to go shopping to begin with. I was already in a bad mood.
Right. Yeah. You go.
So,
yeah.
But when we got to the register, I forget what the family relative said, but it kind of set me off a little bit, and I wasn't paying attention to where she was. So I did push the cart. It did hurt her fingers.
But it wasn't. But it wasn't intentional.
It wasn't.
That's just two examples. Are you jumping to conclusions about his anger towards women, like he has an issue with women? Because I don't really see that. He has an issue with his girlfriend about sex and location. He has an issue with this relative that you don't like. But that doesn't read to me a woman issue. What makes you think it's a woman issue?
He has a lot of resentment towards a female relative of his. It comes from her judgment of his lifestyle, not showing appreciation for the things that he's done in his life, not supporting him.
Do you believe you have issues with women?
I believe I do. The relative that I grew up with, she just never, I don't remember her telling me that she's proud of me for anything that I've done. She was always pushing me to do what she wants me to do with my life.
And I got that, but do you think that has transferred into...
I believe so.
You believe... That's very insightful. A lot of people can't see that, and I'm glad you have the ability to do that. And I want to talk to you about that as well. I do, however, need to talk to you about your compatibility test, and then this is a before your vows, so I want to know why, despite these troubles, you still believe that you want to marry one another.
We went to a church event his female relative had invited me to. And he didn't tell me that we had to dress formally for it.
I didn't know.
And everyone was kind of giving me the stink eye for not being very dressed formally.
Can a relationship thrive when sex drives are polar opposites? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Miss the show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Your compatibility test demonstrated a couple of things. Number one was you're a Wiccan and you're a Christian. Do you find that distressing, or is that not something that has become an issue because you aren't married yet or aren't thinking about having children yet?
Me, personally, I don't find it distressing at all, simply because we're not, like, hardcore serious into these religions.
Right.
You know? So, like, I don't even...
Just affiliate, not basically. Necessarily practice.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Pretty much, though sometimes I think that they would probably like it if I was a Christian for him. For instance, we went to a church event that his female relative had invited me to. And first off, it already got awkward because he didn't tell me that we had to dress formally for it.
I didn't know.
Was it a black church?
Yes.
Predominantly black. Let me tell you something. Number one, they're always looking good in the black church. Or if it's a black church, go fancy and get relaxed because they stay in forever. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I thought it was just going to be like a tea party.
Right.
But it ended up being very heavy religious sermons. And everyone was already kind of giving me the stink eye for not being very dressed formally.
Got you. This is a before your vows. You two say, despite your differences, you're very much in love. So, Ms. Martinez, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to ask you to give me a 30-second sales job on why Mr. James is the man from you. I don't want any negativity, no nasty, no but if, only if he could, I don't like. It's got to be all love. Go.
I absolutely love his smile. I love his animation. I love how much fun he has with everything that we do in life. Also, he's very, very handsome.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Mr. James. She did a great job describing why she cares for you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to tell me why she is the woman of your dreams. Go.
The number one thing she does for me that I've actually never had before, she pushes me to be a better person. And I struggle with being better on my own because I hold on to the past a lot. I hold on to what's wrong with me. And she reminds me why I'm such an amazing person. And I feel that I can go to her for just about anything, really. Like, she tries so hard to be supportive. She really does. And I see that. And I appreciate it. Like, even though this is a very different relationship, she's doing a good job at making me feel that this is perfect. Like, she's a woman I have to marry. I can't see myself living without her.
She's the woman I have to marry. I love that. So very romantic. I got a couple things I want to say to you. I want to talk to you about who you are and how everybody has to be the best that they are before they get into a relationship with somebody else at all. Because if you come in with all the nicks and stuff and you don't know what they are and you're not ready to fix them, it's difficult to become a solid twosome. So I'm going to take a few moments and tell me what I think you need to do and whether or not you're ready to get married. Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your fiancé had different religious beliefs than you? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I enjoy you two, and let me tell you why. Number one, you're rational. You're reasonable. In here, anyway. There's some things going on out there. Not quite right, but there. Number two, there's no ratchetness going on. There's no cheating. There's nothing about social media and video and the Instagram. None of that. And it's so refreshing, and I just love that about the two of you. You both got jobs, and you're taking care of people. I just think that's fantastic, a solid basis. Now, here's what I want to say. In this day and age, there are a great number of resources to deal with the problems that you have. And often what we do is we say, I have this problem, I am this way, I know this issue occurred, and I came by it legit. And so since it's a legit reason, you feel that's how you feel. But my thing is, no matter how disappointing, negative, destructive anyone in your life has been, to continue to suffer from that destructive behavior is allowing them to continue to destroy you. So if you need to go see somebody about how you feel about women or whomever, you need to do that because that frees you. And I would deal with your comfort with sexuality. There are people who deal with that, and I would like you to enjoy something that can be very, very enjoyable and also help cement your relationship together. So you need to deal with your issues of anger, and you need to deal with the issues of your sexuality on your own. Come to each other as whole and as strong and as capable, because you're fabulous people. And the only thing more tragic than two people who are not meant for each other getting married is two people who were meant for each other to get married, but do it too soon and can't pull it off. What I want you to do, I'm not going to tear this marriage license. I'm just going to slide it over here and fold it here and let this sucker expire. But what I want you to do is do the best you can do to be the best you can be, so then you could be the best two that you could be. You understand? You're a wonderful couple. Good luck to both of you. This matter is adjourned.
Judge Lynn said you guys should kind of wait a little bit longer to tie the knot.
I feel it's a good idea. You know, like, now that this has been brought out and that we've talked about it, I feel more confident that this can be worked out, that this marriage can work.
I think we do need to work on ourselves a little bit more before we actually tie the knot. But I wouldn't want to marry anyone else.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm on Divorce Court today because Jamar's drinking is absolutely running me ragged. I can't do it anymore.
There are some things that I've done in the past. My alcohol abuse has kind of come in between us, but she also has an alcohol issue as well. If you're gonna hold me to a standard, you can't be a hypocrite.
I want the judge to tell Jamar that he's gonna lose something really special if he can't just get it together.
I want the judge to tell Sari that you are enabler. You do have a problem as well.
Jamar, I want you to stop the drinking. I just want you to be the man that I thought you were when I first met you.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Sari Bohm and Jamar Adair. The two of you have been living together for a year and a half, though you've been together for 2 years. You're having difficulty in your relationship, so you've come to see me. Ms. Bohm, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here in divorce court today?
So I'm here because Jamar has kind of a drinking problem. I feel like it's really taken a toll on our relationship. All the problems that we have stem from the alcohol.
Okay. When did you first discern that Mr. Adair might have a drinking problem?
In the very beginning, I couldn't tell because everybody kind of likes to drink. Like, he likes to drink. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem. But about 6 months into our relationship, I had planned like a birthday dinner for him, made the reservation, I was all cute, I made some little handmade gifts, it was just so thoughtful, and he didn't show up. It was like 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, he did not show up. And didn't hear from him until the next day, found out that he got too drunk with his friends, passed out, and just didn't come out.
Mr. Adair, did you get too drunk to show up at your own birthday party?
Yeah, I intended to come.
Right.
That was the plan.
Right.
I did do a little bit much that night, and had a few drinks and got a little carried away that night. I have to admit that, yeah.
Is that unusual?
Meaning, is it unusual as in, is that irregular or irregular behavior?
Well, yeah, is it unusual for you to get so drunk that you don't show up?
It's a rarity for me to get that far, get that drunk.
Okay. Ms. Bohm, why don't you give me other examples of instances that demonstrates that he does, in fact, have a problem with alcohol?
A month after that, I had been texting him, and he told me he was going out with his friends. I'm like, okay, be safe, whatever. Didn't hear from him for the majority of the night. I got really worried. Like, I thought that something really bad happened. Found out that he got, like, a DUI. He lost his car. And then about 2 months after that, he moved in with me. And I kind of started noticing, like, he wasn't getting up on time. He was, like, not showing up to work some days because he was too hungover. And so I realized, like, okay, maybe this is a little more severe than I thought. One night, I came home from work about 5 o'clock, and he was working overnights. He was supposed to work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And he was passed out, like, still in his clothes, from the night before at work. And I had to, like, shake him. I was like, get up. Like, you got to go to work. Come on, get up. And as soon as he woke up, he was still, like, drunk. He was calling me out of my name. He was just sloppy. And it might come as a surprise, but he didn't get to work on time. He got fired, didn't have a job for a month. You know, I had to kind of support everything. So
were you living together at that time?
Yes.
Mr. Adair, did all that happen?
That is partially correct.
Okay, you give it to me correctly.
There's a thing that she's leaving out. She's an enabler as well.
All right.
I do have the drinking problem, which I'll admit, and I didn't realize it until the situation as far as losing jobs and things like that. But if you are getting off work at 3 a.m. as a bartender and you have to go out after you get off work and have a couple drinks, get home at 8 in the morning, and expect to hold me to the same standard.
But this story, we're talking about stories where I'm at work, so I'm not there. I come home.
Well, how is that enabling you, though? She's just
Right.
going out drinking. She's not bringing it home. So how does that enable you?
Well, that's another aspect of it. There are times when she'll have some friends, just for instance, maybe a month or so ago, had some friends come from out of town. The alcoholic is at home, minding his business, not being an alcoholic. And she brings some alcohol home with some friends. I mean, if that's not enabling.
But what do I tell you, though? I tell you, hey, don't feel obligated to kick it with us. Like, you can go to sleep. We'll be quiet.
Well, now, wait a minute. That's like saying, you know, you got a drug addict in here. Hey, I got some drugs here, but don't feel obligated.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Does it?
No, but...
Do you believe he's an alcoholic?
I do, yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that he has an addiction to alcohol.
And he can't control it.
He's
not
low
in charge of
functioning.
his body.
Yeah.
The booze is. So why would you bring something that dictates to him what he should do into his environment.
That's valid. I mean, I shouldn't do that, but it was only like 1 or 2 times that that happened. The majority of the issue is like when he's on his own time, like when he has full control over his choices. Exactly. Like if he's coming home from work, sometimes he'll pick up like some beers and come home and drink until he passes out. That's not me. That's his own choices that he's making.
Mr. Adair, you do understand that that's between you and your addiction and not a function of what she's doing.
I do understand, and a lot of the reasons why I do drink is because of the stresses. You know, I have a daughter and things like that, and the fact that
How does that drive you to drink?
Well, you know, just a lot of responsibility. It was a situation that was kind of unexpected. I slept with someone early on before Sarah and I started seeing each other, and that whole process, the stress of finding out that there was a child in the picture and all that good stuff just makes you, sometimes you need just a little a reliever. You know, after you get off work, you may want to, you know, unplug, and sometimes I charge up a little bit when I unplug, if you know what I mean.
Now, I get you. I get you. Life is full of stress. I mean, everybody in here's got a story to tell. And I'm not saying that you don't have stress, and I'm not saying that you're not an alcoholic, and I'm not saying it's all your fault, but I'm saying that stress is a part of life.
And sometimes I think that, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead,
but
go ahead.
sometimes I think that he causes his own stress. You know,
how's that?
There have been times where like one time I came home and the front door was not only unlocked, it was open. I come home and I'm like, what's going on? Like, Jamar's been home all night. Why is the front door open? Like, what's happening? I walk into our bedroom, and he's passed out on the bed, and he was, like, gray. Like, I thought he was dead. And it was scary. And I'm like, shaking him. I'm like, no, this cannot happen. You know, I was freaking out. And once I wake him up, he was angry that I woke him up out of his sleep. And I'm like, but you left the front door open and you're passed out and I thought you were dead. Like, how can you be mad at me right now? And so, like, these things compile on top of each other, and then he drinks because he's stressed about the fact that he drinks. And, like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
yeah. No, it's a vicious cycle, and you can't get out of it. Mr. Adair, would you care to correct any of that or address it?
That is a true story. I mean, that did happen. But the thing is, like, I'm in a position where I'm going through some procedures, taking some treatment, taking some classes, and I have been more responsible lately. Granted, there are times where we all backslide a little bit, and I've had those instances. But there is a point to where she is also responsible for some of these things, and once we can come to level ground to not have alcohol be as big of a factor in our life, I think it'll be easier for both of us not to have the pressure of dealing with the substances and things like that.
Okay, well, we've talked about the alcohol for a while now. Now I want to turn the page and talk about why you believe Mr. Adair is cheating.
I knew he was texting this girl that he was friends with, but I woke up and he was gone. And I check on my phone, and I just see the little car
going away, yeah.
It's driving up into the boondocks, and I'm like, you're spending my money to take a ride to go see this girl at 1 in the morning.
So, Ms. Bohm, why do you believe Mr. Adair is cheating on you?
Because he has cheated in the past. We were early on in the relationship still. It was like 6 months into it. Probably around the time where he was having a bunch of drinking problems. He was just doing a lot. And so one night I had like this weird dream, and he was in it, and it woke me up, and I was like, I just have a bad feeling. I don't know what's going on. Lo and behold, he texted me. He's like, hey, I have something to tell you. And I'm like, what could that be? Like, I already knew. And he's like, I went over to this girl's house. We didn't have sex, but like we did sexual things. And I'm like, wow, you know, like, I understand that drinking can inebriate your judgment or whatever, but like the fact that he's done that before kind of makes me question stuff. And I'm pretty chill about things. Like, I'm okay with you having friends that are girls, you know, like, I encourage that. Absolutely. Have friends of all kinds.
6 months in.
Yeah. And, like, there was another time that I woke up in the middle of the night. I knew he was texting this girl that he was friends with, and I was cool with it. Like, I didn't have any reason to be, like, weird about it. But I woke up, and he was gone. And I check on my phone, and I just see the little car
going away, yeah.
It's driving up into the boondocks. And I'm like, you're spending my money to take a ride to go see this girl at 1 in the morning. And then he comes back at, like, 6 a.m. saying they didn't do anything. I'm like,
can you tell me about this young lady?
So the situation that she's referring to, when I made a mistake, had an intimate encounter with
a young lady.
Yeah, a young lady that I know. that was something that before Sari and I had some relationships with people that weren't as healthy. So I was in a position to where I was kind of like still not fully invested, but still trying to like show some consistency, and I was being inconsistent. So, and my mind wasn't fully committed. So like, that...
he couldn't decide.
That happened because I was the state of mind I was in. I wasn't really fully invested. That was a mistake. Now, the situation with the girl, it was her money that I did spend to get the ride. And I did go over to the young lady's house. Friends, you know, nothing happened. But I'm not cheating. I can guarantee you that I'm not cheating.
Knowingly.
I'm not
when
cheating.
You get inebriated, you're not quite sure what exactly goes down, correct?
I've only had like maybe 2 instances where I've been inebriated beyond like being able to remember. But these particular situations, like, I'm together enough to be able to know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to move on to the next subject. You say that, you know, not only is he drinking, not only do I think he's, you know, ride-sharing about to see other women, that the sex life at home has slowed to nothing.
I got some lingerie. It was like lacy and, you know, the cheeks was out. And he walks in the door and he's just like, oh, you look good, babe. And then, like, he went and grabbed a beer out of the fridge and plops down on the couch. I'm like, well, have sex with your beer then. See how that goes over for you.
Would you end a relationship if your partner got drunk multiple times a week? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court.
Okay, Judge Lynn, we have another viewer's question ready for your judgment call. My wife reconnected with an old flame on social media. They haven't made any plans to meet up, but I fear it may happen. What should I do?
My answer to this question is my answer to most questions, which is stop and have a conversation. Don't wonder about it. Don't think what if. Sit her down and say, hey, this is going on. This is how I feel about it, and we need to talk. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back. So tell me about your intimacy level. You say it's non-existent.
Yeah, we're just not on the same page at all. I feel like there's no passion there, and I think part of it is like I'm physically attracted to him, but it's hard to be attracted to somebody when they can't even get up for work on time. Like, I'm like, how can I get that passionate emotional feel when, like, it's just sloppy?
He's an ongoing sloppy problem.
Yeah. But I've tried to bring the sexy back a little bit. You know, one time I made like a special trip after work. I got some lingerie. It was like lacy and, you know, the cheeks was out and, you know, like I was ready. So he walks in the door and he's just like, oh, you look good, babe. And I'm like, I look good? That's it? Like, I look good? That's it. And then, like, he went and grabbed a beer out of the fridge and plops down on the couch. I'm like, well, have sex with your beer then. See how that goes over for you.
Mr. Adair, do you recall that circumstance?
I do recall that circumstance, but here's the thing, like, we all have needs, of course. We have a higher appetite sometimes for sex, a higher drive. So
she's not complaining about that.
I know, but see, the thing is with the mistakes that I've made, and sometimes she look at me as like, when I do make passes or I do try to be intimate, she kind of, you know, throws the cold shoulder, treats me like a bum sometimes. So when you decide that it's on your time, right, you're ready for me, so now I'm just supposed to give you what you, and it don't work like that, Judge. I'm sorry. So at that particular instance...
Because she's refused you in the past, and now on this particular day, she decides she's ready.
When it's
do you understand why she's refused you in the past?
I do understand.
It's hard to be romantically involved with a guy who's just sloppy drunk. She's got to treat you like you're 5. You got to close the door for you. She got to wake you up. She finds you in the closet with your blankie. It's hard. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
It's not romantic. It's not an aphrodisiac. It doesn't make you say, not at all.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But I've tried. Like, I've tried. You know what I mean?
So has she refused sex for an extended period of time?
It's always, I'm not in the mood or I'm sleeping. She gives these excuses, and I'm like, okay, you know. And I take it as being, you know, that is what it is.
You still have concerns that he still has feelings for his ex, though, don't you?
Yes.
Why is that?
This was earlier on, too. We had like a little getaway weekend together. It was a great time. We were in the car, and there was just like an R&B station on or something, and I'm just looking out the window. I'm like, that was such a good time. Like, wow, that was so fun. I look over, and he's sobbing. And I'm like, are you crying because you love me so much? Like, that has to be it. No, I asked him what was wrong, and he's like, I miss my best friend, bro. And I'm like, who's your best friend? Did something happen? Did somebody pass away? He's like, I miss my ex, bro. And I'm like...
He called you bro?
Well, like, just the way he was saying it. I don't know if he called me bro or what.
But it was a bro vibe.
It was like a bro vibe. Because he wanted me to be like, oh, it's going to be okay. She'll come back. Or something like that.
Did you whine to your new woman about missing your old woman?
It wasn't that dramatic. It wasn't that dramatic. You know, we listened to a song, and the song, you know, kind of took me to a place. And a couple tears went down, and she happened to look over when the tear had started.
It came on down.
It came down. So
just bad timing.
Yeah, it was just bad timing. I'd have, you know, it would have been just a done moment. But I wanted to be honest with her. And at that point, you know, I was feeling like I needed to be more invested in the relationship with her.
Okay.
And
I got you.
And it was just, you know.
I get it. I understand completely. And I got something to say. Today's question sponsored by... What would you do if your partner cried while reminiscing about their ex? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Hey, I am no expert on alcoholism, but I will say this. I don't think you can dabble yourself into a cure. I think you really have to commit yourself to it. That's number one. Number two, until you have committed yourself to a cure and stop drinking alcohol, you better put down the keys to that car. You have absolutely no right whatsoever to be behind the wheels of a car in a state of inebriation and putting us all at risk. None whatsoever. Ain't no joke, ain't nothing funny. No right. You got that part?
I hear you.
If you were my daughter, they would be pulling me off you right now. I'd be smacking you in the head. Listen, 6 months in, his cat's sloppy drunk, DUI, crying over his ex. Why is it that women don't know when to leave? You didn't have anything invested in him. You don't have kids together. I mean, is the last free guy in your city? I don't know. But I just don't understand. There's nothing to recommend him. You know, you like him. He's cute. I don't know if he's good in bed or not. But you can get that anywhere.
Yeah.
Why commit your life to a person who is so addicted to his substance that he can't get up for work? Why stick it out when you've got nothing invested? I just don't understand that. I get woman after woman after woman coming in here, putting up with all kinds of... You could do bad all by you. I'd rather be alone. He comes in drunk, leaves the door open, somebody comes in and rapes you. What is that? He's not responsible. He's not caring for you. He's pointing at everybody but the cat in the mirror. Oh, there she's telling him she loves him. Now I'm just done. Do what you want to. But when you wake up 5 years from now and this stuff is all jacked up, remember I told you so, because I told you so. This matter is adjourned.
So you want to make this work?
I do. I believe in him, and I just want him to, tap into the potential that I see.
What are you willing to do now in order to prove to her that, you know, you're there for her? She wants you, man. She's in love with you.
Simple as, you know, it's just being sober. That's what I need to do to continue, you know, the future with Sari. Then that's hands down, it's done.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm here so me and Shaquana could come to common ground about where we stand in our relationship.
I feel like Ron is unsympathetic to me because I'm unemployed.
Shaquana, I want to be with you, but we have to come to some common ground about where we stand. We have to come to a conclusion about our problems.
Ron is controlling and makes me feel worthless. I want the judge to tell Ron to step up and be a man and be truthful and be more loyal towards me.
If me and Shaquana cannot solve our problems, I feel that we might not be together too much longer.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Ronald Fleming and Shaquana Jackson. The two of you have been together for 3 years, engaged for 6 months, but you can't decide whether or not you should make the trip down the aisle, so you've come before me. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Fleming. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
I want to start off with telling you just a little about how we met.
Okay.
We were working at the same restaurant, and we met there. We kind of hit it off since then. Mm-hmm. About 6 months ago, I got a hotel room. We went on vacation. I got a hotel room, put rose petals out and bubble bath, a little jacuzzi, things like that. And I proposed to her there. So then, well, recently, she's become unemployed. Mm-hmm. Since she's become unemployed, she's changed. She's become a different person. It's like I don't know her anymore.
What happened?
She started doing different things, and like, for instance, she's lazy now.
Oh, she liked that unemployed life.
No, I'm not lazy. I look for jobs. Just because I come home, sometimes he sees me looking on Facebook and things like that, but I look for jobs. I've been unemployed for about 8 months, and I've been...
8 months?
Yes. I've been looking for jobs. It's hard to find a job when you don't want a $7.25 job, minimum wage or anything like that.
No, when I come home, she's lazy. She's on social media on her phone. There's nothing done, no laundry done, no food cooked.
Since you can't bring in a paycheck, are you taking care of the crib? Everything's all right at home?
Yes, sometimes I be laying in the bed sometimes, but sometimes I look for jobs. I apply for 10 to 20 jobs.
Now I'm talking about cooking and cleaning. Since you're not bringing in money, are you doing that?
Yeah, I am.
No, she's
No,
not.
you're not. You didn't say it like you meant it.
Yeah, I am looking. I mean, I've been cleaning. I do the laundry sometimes.
Do you cook for him every night? I do the laundry sometimes.
No, not every night.
Not every night. You know, he's hungry every night when he comes home. Not some of them, all of them. And you there.
I know.
Not paying any bills. How come he can't get a meal?
'Cause sometimes I don't feel like it.
Because you're busy.
I mean, I'm busy looking for jobs. I'm stressed out about a job.
Social media.
Mm-hmm. You're so stressed out about a job you can't cook. You can do Facebook, but you can't cook.
No.
You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
You tell me what is keeping you from walking down the aisle with Mr. Fleming.
He starts arguments with me all the time.
About what?
Like about cleaning and things like that. I don't always have to be cleaning and cooking for him every time he comes home.
I mean, I believe if I go to work and I work 12 hours a day, she should do something to help us, something.
Does he pay the rent every month?
Yes.
Not just sometimes?
Yes, he does.
Not just some months, but every month?
Yeah, he does.
He pays the rent?
Yeah.
From the job that he goes to every day? Not just some days, not just most days, but every day. You go see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me something else you're mad about.
He doesn't let me leave. Sometimes he goes for hours, comes home at 2 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't let me, use a car.
Are you controlling Mr. Fleming? Do you say, I make the money, I'm the man? You know, you can't use the car, you can't go out. Is that who you've turned into?
No. Not at all. I make the money, I'm the man, but if she wants to go out, she can go out. She can have her car, it's her car.
No, but sometimes you take the keys, sometimes you don't let me leave.
No,
do you ever take the keys and not let her leave?
No. I took them one time. She asked for them back. She can have them back. They're her keys.
What would you take them for?
I was about to leave.
Oh, she said she wanted the car, you gave it right back?
I gave it to her.
Okay.
After a little argument, but yeah, I gave it back to her.
Do you have any idea why she might think you're controlling?
No, she probably, I don't have any idea.
None whatsoever?
Whatsoever.
Nothing going on?
No, nothing going on.
Nothing going on but your rent?
I'm not controlling.
I understand, Ms. Jackson, you believe he cheats on you fairly regularly. Is that accurate?
Yeah, one of my coworkers told me that she seen him in the car. He was giving her rides in my car, and she told me that she seen him leaving giving her rides, and he kissing her and stuff, like rumors about them kissing.
Were you kissing anybody in the car?
No, I wasn't kissing anybody in the car. That was just me being nice, giving a coworker a ride home. She didn't have a ride home.
Okay, but why was you untruthful about it?
Because I'm nice. I just didn't tell
well,
you.
No. You lied to me about it.
Did you lie to her about it?
No, I wasn't lying about it. I just didn't tell her.
Look at that smile. Yeah, you were.
I didn't tell her at the moment because I knew how it would get. It would get out of hand. She would get upset.
But if you told me, it wouldn't be an out-of-hand situation.
Do you have any reason to believe that he's a philanderer from his past actions? You know, something more than the coworker in the car? Is there other things that have gone on?
Yeah, when we first started dating, we had a situation when he was talking to his ex, still messaging her, and I found out he asked her, can he have sex with her?
Did you do that? That's a yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. How long had you been dating Miss Jackson when that exchange occurred?
We have been dating about four months.
Uh-huh. I was going to give you the rough transition excuse, but that expires in 90 days. So you're a young couple. You're 27 and 22. And I understand that things are so bad at home, even though you're living together, you sleep in separate rooms. And I want to find out why that's the case. That guy, was he a one-time thing?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. That smile says no. Are you surprised? Did you think she had an ongoing thing with somebody else? Mr. Fleming, is it accurate that you two now sleep in separate rooms? Or not really?
We do. I say we mostly sleep in separate rooms than sleep together.
Why?
I don't want arguments to start. I don't want to.
Do you argue every day?
Pretty much. We probably skip about one day out of the week.
Really? What are you arguing about?
It'd be just little dumb stuff, mainly. I think it's because she's moody.
She's moody?
Yeah, she's moody. She'd be angry, or I can come home, she doesn't want to talk to me, doesn't want to look at me, doesn't want to be around me.
I don't want to be around you because you smoke so much. He smokes like 20 cigarettes a day.
Do you still
the whole
smoke?
pack.
Yes, I do.
We found out that wasn't good for you when I was in the first grade. You know what I mean? And that was like 1964. Why are you picking that habit up now?
It's been a habit for probably about 7 years.
But you knew when you picked it up.
Yeah,
it could kill you.
I did.
You're paying a company to kill you slowly over time. Ooh,
Right.
doesn't that just bother your soul?
It does. With all the stress, I feel like that helps me cope with the stress at home.
Unattractive.
Are you a stressful woman?
Yes.
Why? And I appreciate your honesty. I do. Why are you a stressful woman?
I mean, I believe I'm stressful because, I nag and things like that.
What you nagging him about?
About finding a job. And cheating.
She's nagging me about
He's got a job. You don't have a job.
I'm nagging about me finding a job and him cheating. And
well, let's get to the cheating part. Is he cheating on you all the time? Or regularly? Or when's the last time?
Probably about a month ago.
What happened a month ago?
Found naked pictures in his phone. The girl saying she missed him. He's saying he missed her. And he's telling her he love her.
Mr.
No,
Fleming, did that happen?
No, I did not tell her I love her.
But you had the naked pictures.
Yes.
And you did tell her you missed her.
Yes.
And that was 30 days ago.
Probably a little longer. She's probably exaggerating.
Maybe 45 days ago.
No.
So what was going on there? Were you having an ongoing thing with this woman?
It was just talking. It was like she was giving me...
And a picture is more than talk. And I miss you is an indication that you were with her.
It was
right?
it was more like she was giving me the attention that I needed at the moment. She was giving me the attention that... but it was nothing more than that. Just
it just was making you feel good, sexting at the time, and it fed your ego because you weren't getting that love and attention at home.
Yes.
Okay. Not that that's a good excuse. Think it's dumb.
Right.
I hear it all the time.
Right.
Okay? He's not getting the attention that he wants. He should talk to you. Are you hard to talk to?
I mean, he doesn't listen. When I tell him things, he just...
Yes, she's hard to...
I mean, are you talking to him, or are you talking to him?
She's doing that.
Which one of that?
I'm yelling, but...
You're yelling,
I'm trying to get my point across.
Okay.
I talk to her and try to tell her what I need would have helped me, would have helped our relationship out, what I think would help our relationship out.
So is there something you want to say to her at this juncture?
Well, Shaquana, the last time I gave my coworker a ride home. The last day when I went to give her a ride home, we were sitting in the parking lot where she stayed at. We pulled up, we were sitting out having a little conversation, just talking, and it led to touching, and one thing led to another, and I did actually do something with her. I cheated on you.
Well, I have something to tell you, too. Well, one day when me and my coworker, we went out to the bar, and we had fun, and we got drunk, and I met a guy. He was really nice looking. He came over and found me attractive and told me I was beautiful, and he liked my hair and things like that, and we were dancing on the dance floor, and he was rubbing on my butt, and I went home, and when you left me, I called him, and he came and got me, and we went home to his house and had sex, and it was amazing.
And it was amazing. Oh my, that was more than a confession. That was a gut shot. Let me tell you something. It was hard to hear, but I think we've hit our nadir. This is our lowest point, and there's nowhere to go but up from here, and I propose we do that. The cheating is a symptom of a greater illness. Do you know what that greater illness is?
No.
Do you know what that greater illness is? How would you deal with your partner becoming unemployed and choosing to stay unemployed? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Today's question sponsored by Divorce Court. Will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Now, Nick, I got to remind you, this is a before the vows. So they're still considering getting married. Are you really still considering getting married, or are you just kind of in a hot mess and you don't know how to get out of it?
Yes, I'm in love with her.
You're in love with her.
Yeah.
Is that the same with you?
Yes, I love this man. He's very caring. He was a good person when I first met him. I believe that we have the potential to be more and get married.
That guy, was he a one-time thing?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. That smile says no. How many times?
About 4 times.
It's taking me time to recover, and I'm not even him. Are you surprised? Did you think she had an ongoing thing with somebody else?
I didn't. I mean, I thought about it once or twice, but I convinced myself to say, hey, she's not doing nothing. She's faithful to me. I guess not.
What compelled you to do that? He gave me his reasons. What are yours?
I mean, I did it because I thought he was doing something, so I do it before he does it.
That's childish, just because you think I'm doing something.
Are you in love with him?
Yes, I am.
Do you want this thing to work?
Yes, I do.
Do you know what the problem is? I mean, the cheating is a symptom of a greater illness. Do you know what that greater illness is?
No.
Do you know what that greater illness is?
No.
I think you're two decent people who don't know how to run a relationship. I think your friends and your environment are in a disassembled community in which people gratify themselves sexually and emotionally immediately. If he's not coming up with exactly what you want at the time, there's another guy available. I'm going to do that because it feels good in the right now. I don't want you to just walk off because she did that. Now, I wouldn't have to tell that to a woman because women never know when to go. I think that given the proper guidance, you guys can take this hot hot mess of a ghetto situation and actually turn it into a relationship that will work. I can only get you started, but let me try. Today's question sponsored by, how can a relationship survive if both parties have been cheating? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You fell into the feel good and not working, and you need to get up and out of it. And I mean right now. And if you need to get a $7.50, whatever the minimum wage is in your state, you need to get a job because you got too much time on your hands, too much time to think about how you're unhappy about this and how you're unhappy about that. And then what you do is you get on Facebook, you're fooling around, and then by the time he gets home, you're angry and cranky. You don't have a meal made. Lazy is like a cancer of the soul. It's, I don't have to I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do anything. So then you don't do the things you should do because you don't have to do them at the time. He has to go to work every day because he has to pay the bills, but you don't make him a dinner because you really don't think you have to. And it's eating away at you. If you have to go and flip burgers. You don't have any children. Some money is better than no money, and no job is beneath you as long as it's legal. And do it so you have some money of your own. Do it so you have some wherewithal of your own, and do it for your own self-esteem and sense of get up and go. I don't think you're trying to get a job 9 to 5 like that for 8 months. I just don't think it's happening. 2008, I'd have bought that, but not 2018. So you got comfortable. You better get uncomfortable, because you keep doing that nonsense, this brother's going to go. He's got options. Now, Mr. Fleming, I like you. You got a job, you're working, you're overlooking her failures, right? Mm-hmm. If you're unhappy at home, you talk to the woman you got, not some other chick in a car. And when you talk to her, you tell her what you need, no fussing, no yelling, no hollering, what you need in order for this relationship to continue. And when he tells you that, you need to give him what he needs, because he's supporting your behind. I wouldn't not have a job, live with a dude, and not make him dinner. I mean, just on a pure survival tip. The food wouldn't be any good, but I'd make it. You have to give it an effort. You know what I'm saying? And decide to live with inside your relationship, not feel good right now doing other things. Go home and make some rules and have a conversation. Get a job ASAP. That'll just make him feel better, and that'll make you feel better.
Right.
And that's what you need to do. You with me? Good luck to the both of you. This matter is adjourned.
Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. She said she cheated on you recently. What's going on through your head right now?
I can't really blame her. I mean, I did what I did. She did what she did. Regardless of how many times it was, I think we can work through it.
So, you forgive her?
I forgive her, yes.
Why'd you do it?
Because
he seems like he really loves you.
I mean, I did it because I just felt like I was unwanted and he was cheating on me.
How do you think you guys can move forward and actually trust each other and rebuild that trust?
I mean, communicate more and not argue so much.